So what's it going to be? A custom pair of shoes? A new mobile phone case? An artificial tooth? Or a drill with your own brand on it? It's now possible to print all of these things using 3D printers. This is the father of this incredible technology, Chuck Hull. 30 years ago, this American developed the first method that would go on to revolutionize the industry today. 3D printers make it possible to create almost anything, even a miniature bust of the inventor himself.
When I invented 3D printing, I guess over 30 years ago now, I had lots of things in mind for it, but I just couldn't imagine all of the things that happened in almost an industrial revolution.
The initial problem was a practical one. In 1983, Chuck had designed a few prototypes. He was working with plastics and UV light, and was always annoyed by how long it took until the first draft was in the designer's hands.
Prototyping plastics was a really big issue at the time. It took lots of weeks, even months, between when an engineer had a design and then the first prototype. So it was a big problem that I tried to solve. So that got me into experimenting and trying to figure out how to do 3D printing with these kinds of materials and ultraviolet light.
Back then, there was no way anyone could have predicted that such elaborate objects could be produced. The first object that Chuck Hull printed was rather simple. An eye cup used by optometrists.
It was kind of a magical time, being able to connect the digital world to the physical world. Of course, I didn't imagine that we'd be able to eventually make really complex and large things like this.
Hull developed stereolithography, a method for small printing runs and prototypes. The basis: photopolymers, light-sensitive liquid plastic. They harden when exposed to UV light. A laser sculpts the shape of the object. Once the first thin layer has hardened, the object is lowered. A wiper distributes the resin. A laser hardens the next layer. One layer at a time, thousands of individual layers are added, resulting in a three-dimensional object. The advantage? Perfect resolution and exquisite detail. 3D printing techniques can produce just about anything you can think of. Even the inventor himself is surprised.
These figures for entertainment are very exciting. I think probably the most exciting thing for me is some of the medical applications, life-saving surgical planning procedures, all the way through maybe day-to-day dental applications. These are things that I really hadn't thought of when I started 3D printing. So it's very exciting for me to see these things develop.
From creating the software using computer drawings to the manufacturing of printers and the printing of final products, Hull's company is the market leader in 3D printing technology in the United States. And although he could have retired long ago, the inventor is continuing his hard work. He is Vice President and Technical Director of 3D Systems. He holds more than 60 patents in the US and 20 in Europe.
This is such an interesting field that I just keep at it, and so I really probably don't have any plans for retiring.
Chuck Hull may be able to print the trophy himself, but if, as the father of 3D printing technology, he takes home the real European Inventor Award, the Oscar of Technology, in the category of non-European countries, we will see at the awards ceremony in Berlin.